agreed. I said if we can get to 200, I think we've got the bowling attack to defend it. Unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be. They ended up finding a couple of big overs. I mean, the big overs kills any team, and for them to find 3 of them, if I give you a stat, I think they scored 105 in 5 big overs. So the other 15 overs we bowled, we went for 1 of 5. So that is a great effort as well. So if we can reduce those big overs to just 1 a game, I think it gives us a great chance to win the game. But what I'm more happy about is how we've gone about our business today. This was to prepare for the World Cup, but I still think once you come to Zimbabwe, we have a team to beat any team, and we have done that in the past as well. So the results do hurt me, but of course you try and take the positive out of it. I think one positive I would say is that the batters got together in the changing room. Well, as a matter of fact, the whole squad was there, and I said that this team deserves more from the batters than what we have produced in the first 2 games. What we did today was certainly something that I'm very proud of. It is unfortunately that with the ball, when we had a bad game, we actually had a very bad game. I thought 180 game 1 we had a bad game. So for them to get 211, we just made far too many mistakes. And it didn't help that we ended up dropping 2 crucial catches. I mean, if you look at it, you take one of those catch anywhere in the game. We lost the game by 2 balls because we lost by 9 runs. I mean, the guys who ended up getting runs at the back was dropped. The guy ended up getting runs at the top was dropped. So yeah, that just tells you that you have to stay in the game for 20 overs, whether you have bat in hand or ball in hand. But at least the way the batting team responded today, certainly I'm very proud of, and that's one positive I can take. Certainly right, and I said that in the post-match presentation as well. This team demands runs and wickets and fielding and leadership qualities from me, and they have every right to demand that. I try and go there and do well every game. Lead from the front, whether I have a bat in hand or ball in hand. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. I can live with the fact that if I was trying to do the right things and got out, then that's the nature of the beast. A T20 is very volatile. But in the past, I feel like I've gotten out when I wasn't trying to do the right things, and those are the things that annoyed me and hurted me and frustrated me. So today was one of those things where, because I stood up in the changing room and demanded from everybody to be better, but I think it starts from me. Not that I think, I know it starts from me. So maybe I needed that extra kick, extra push within myself, which I should have for every game anyway, but more so because we've had 2 bad games. And if you look at the last 10 T20s against the Test nations, we have batted really well. Maybe 1 bad game. So this team wasn't used to how we were batting, so at least today we batted really well. If you look at the result, then yes, you can say the gulf is big. But I don't just look at the result, I look at the skill set of the teams. I look at how we have gone pound to pound and a guy to guy against the opposition. I mean, today's that Burley inning, I don't think so any guy from Afghanistan ended up having that inning at that strike rate. So Burley was outstanding today. I think the difference has been the other teams put up a performance together, whereas Zimbabwe is still finding performance from 1-2 guys here, 1-2 guys there. It hasn't been a collective performance from all of us, and hence the reason why we don't close out close games and we don't win series. But coming back to your question, I think that is also a positive, that a lot of us are actually finding those performances. We are actually starting to string those performances together that would help us to win more games than not in future. Musikiwe inning today, I mean, the guy takes a lot of criticism maybe from media or from general public, but nobody understands the difficulty of his role. Some of the world best cricketers bats at those numbers to finish the games, the likes of your Pollard and Russell with all those muscles, and Klaassen for South Africa and all those things. So give Musikiwe time, and I think Musikiwe's inning today, he has been striking at 200 pretty much every game, 180, 150, and that is his role. So he's been playing that role really well as well. So he's also starting those string, those consistent performances together that will finish more games for us. Since we've learned in this, personally I learned a valuable lesson as well, that different conditions, different oppositions, you try and learn to skin the cat differently. The Pindi is apparently the 2nd highest run scoring ground in the world if you look at the stats. So we're going to hopefully try and restrict them to as little as we possible, because it is a high scoring ground. So the challenge is on the bowlers to not leak or try and contain the opposition to a low score because it is a high scoring ground, and then for batters, if you're batting first, then try and take full advantage of that. Lahore is also a high scoring ground as well. So I'm really excited for the next series. Why? Because we're going to a place where it is wickets and runs galore. When you take wickets, you take too many wickets. If you look at South Africa, I mean, 3 games and they got them out 3 times. Pakistan got all out in the first game, then Pakistan got South Africa out second game, and I think also got South Africa out 3. And when the run starts to flow, teams are scoring 200, 190, 220 as well. So I'm quite excited about the next series because it's going to be a very action-packed series, and we have to be up for the challenge. Because we've been together for some time now, so there is a time to pat you on the back, and teams will respect that, but there's a time to give a kick up the backside as well, and team will respect you for that. Because when we go hard at each other, it is not because we don't like one another, it's because we know we can do better than what we're producing on the park. So I think that tough love is needed sometime as well, but nobody takes it in a harsh way. Everybody takes it in a way that we know that if the senior guys or if the captain gives us tough love, is because he knows we can do better than what we're producing. And I think it's very important on the park and off the park as well. It is very important for players to understand how valuable they are or what sort of a role they have to play. Sometimes you do it with love and sometimes you say it with firm words. Talk that we knew that they haven't come off a really good couple of series that they have played recently in Dubai, but we also knew that they're a very good T20 side as well, and we have seen that in the World Cup as well. A team that went to the semi-final is not an easy thing, and this team has been taking strides in white ball cricket anyway, so we knew that they still possess a threat. But rather than focusing on that, what our focus was that we have to make sure that we continue to play the sort of a cricket that we have been playing against Sri Lanka in the qualifiers. There is a momentum coming with us, so we have to. So the biggest disappointment was the first 2 games we didn't bat well. So that for me, that was the biggest disappointment. But like she asked, what is a positive? I think when we demanded more from each other, we delivered. Unfortunately, we couldn't string a whole team performance today. Points are very crucial because I feel like the thing that I said, that we have departments firing within the game, or we haven't got a complete game yet. I think the next few months are really important for Zimbabwe because the more T20 games we play, I think those missing puzzles, those complete team performances, I think we will form that puzzle, and we will start to have those complete performances where we win more games than lose. So I think the next few months with the cricket that's coming in T20, I think it is very important that we try and get those things right as quickly as possible, so that when we get to the World Cup, Zimbabwe is going to the World Cup with a winning habit and not just still trying to work out things.
For these and more stories, click subscribe or follow, and visit 3mob.com.